Alrighty, hey kiddos, welcome back to another episode of Vampyr. We, in the last episode, saved Sean Hampton. We let him live. I want to see what he looks like now.
This is despicable.
Yeah, but you're still doing it. We've covered that multiple times. Also, I figured out where the cure for headache is. It's on, it's in here. It's near Whitechapel. We gotta go to the old road. I don't know where that actually is, but I'll find it. Or we can get it from Dorothy. Is this him? There he is.
Welcome back to my humble shelter, Dr. Reed. Are you here to subdue me again?
No, Sean. I just came by to see how you are.
I feel alright. Why'd you ask?
Are you still feeding on corpses?
No. It's almost as though the blood you forced me to drink has provided me eternal satisfaction.
Would you let me listen to your chest, Sean?
No, Dr. Reed. You already forced me to drink your blood, and I thank you for that, for I feel better now. But it was quite an unpleasant experience.
It would help me greatly if you would allow me to give you a physical examination.
I said no. I'm no subject of medical examination, and I intend only to obey and to kneel before God.
How is the sanitary situation in this part of town?
I think it's acceptable. Fewer cases of sickness recently. I thank the Lord for his mercy.
How are things in your shelter? Between the mortals and the immortals, I mean.
Even if we're all children of God, I've always maintained a strict frontier between the two communities.
What do you fear?
A few years ago, a skal decided to pay a nocturnal visit to my sleeping customers. He got caught licking their necks in the dark. Since then, I have added a lock to the door.
What if food became scarce? Wouldn't the immortals in your flock be tempted to feed on the living? Wouldn't you?
The skals can feed on the dead, Doctor. And until Judgment Day, mortals will continue dying.
How did you meet old Bridget?
When younger, I used to patrol the streets at night, searching for lost souls. This is how I met her. It took me 2 months just to get her name. Now we support each other.
Had you already visited their hideout in the sewers?
Just once, and very briefly. Most of them are very discreet, and they see me as an outsider, even if I protect them.
You really are a saint, Sean.
Oh, no, sir, I'm not. But I know evil, and I believe goodwill and tenacity can make this world a better place.
Have you seen Harriet Jones since taking her to old Bridget?
No, she is with the sewer skals now. I don't go downstairs.
What happened at the Pembroke?
I guess we recognized each other. As skals, I mean. She had but one thought. To punish. To get revenge upon everything and everyone. I realized I had to bring her here quickly.
But why did she fake her own death? There was so much blood in her room. She attacked patients, too.
I just lost her for a minute that night. When I found her, she had caused mayhem across the hospital. I slapped some sense into her, and we fled before getting caught.
What happened then?
We ran here through narrow streets and backyards. She kept saying that someone was talking to her in the dark, offering to avenge her. But I saw nobody.
Mohammed, hey, welcome back. For those of you who don't know, Mohammed was in the part 7 and part 8 of my Vampyr series. He was in the chat, and now he's back, apparently. I just got back from work, so I don't know how long I was gonna stream. Probably for maybe a few hours. I was gonna do dreams, but then I was like, I really kind of like this game. I'll do dreams later. I got 3 days off, so I can play anything.
Farewell, Sean. Take good care of your flock, and of yourself.
Okay. I got my collectibles page back on. We have to solve the murder. Apparently this guy died. And you know what I think? I think he fell from the roof. That's my guess. That's my theory. Alright. So now we just gotta make our way back. Also, apparently everybody in Whitechapel, not everybody, but a lot of people in Whitechapel have fatigue. Look at that. Fatigue, 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 headache, fatigue. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have on me... I have 6 fatigue cures. It's a French word? Your name or fatigue? Take another one. Fatigue? I didn't know that was French. I guess you've studied some of that French. You did? Cool, yeah. Also, you've probably noticed, but I'm gonna tell you anyways, if you ever see one of them big black boxes appear on my screen, that's because I just got an achievement, and I tried to turn off the notifications for them, but I'm still getting the black boxes. So unfortunately, I can't get rid of them completely. I don't mind getting trophies, it gets in the way of recording. But I can't cut them all out, so... You know, as long as they're not distractive, right? I hear that guy doing some growling. But I need to get back to Whitechapel. Nope, I'm just gonna run past you. Goodbye. It's fine, yeah. I know. I'm just trying to be the best YouTuber I can be, though. Excuse me. I'm using them as fast travel points.
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me?
Here I am.
There's been a fight here.
Yeah, there has. Interesting. It's a nice little house. We getting another boss fight? Also, no spoilers in the chat. Actually, I don't care. I've already seen everything. I've already watched all the boss fights. I know what happens. Kinda.
Did you hear me?
I just got here. What do you mean, did I hear you?
Are you stupid?
Stupid beast! Are you stupid? I just parried you. Are you stupid? Here.
Watch it! It's a killer!
Alright.
Die, vermin!
Here, can your god defend you from that? The answer is no. No, he can't.
Lord, give us strength!
Any chance of replaying some games? Nothing. I mean, I guess if they're multiplayer games, I'm not gonna go and like replay Far Cry 3 or like something that I've already played walkthrough wise. But if it's like a multiplayer, like Batman Arkham Knight, I'm not sure I'm gonna replay that, because then I'd have to buy it again. I mean, it would be interesting to buy it again to see if it actually will let me record. Because on the Xbox One, I couldn't get past... Well, I could, but there's some copyright bullshit. And when you get to the part where it reveals that it's Jason Todd, the stream will actually end itself. Which is kind of crap. And also the ending, too. Like, when he reveals to the world that he's Bruce Wayne, the stream will end itself. Well, that's a dead person.
The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire.
Interesting.
Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family.
If you stare at the rose long enough, it kind of looks like there's ants crawling on it. Oh, I accidentally left.
Right then. It's a sick game. But given no choice in the matter, I might as well win it.
I wanted to... I didn't get to check her pockets. Ew, I hate ants. Oh my god, then you should have been there for Mother's Day. We went to my grandma's house and she bought a... Oh, rat, hold on. She bought a potted plant and me and my friend Tristan, he's my cameraman, you probably know this already. He's from the cooking videos. We were watching... we were trying to watch Venom on the DirecTV in the room, and we noticed there was... I was going to put my wallet and my keys down, and there was ants by the windowsill. So we told my grandma and my grandpa, and they vacuumed it up, and they kept coming, and she was like, oh, it might be the plant. So we put the plant in the garage, and we had to throw the plant away, but not the pot. And the inside of the pot was completely black with ants. It was a white pot, and the inside of the pot was completely black with ants just crawling around it. There was maybe thousands of them inside that pot. It was disgusting. We used an entire, like, can of Raid. And it still didn't kill them all. Chat's going, stop! We don't want to hear about the ants. Yeah. You really hate it? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. I hope that whenever you get flowers, there's not an insect for miles. Alright. That's the best blessing I can give you, chat. If you ever buy flowers, I hope there's not a bee for miles. Okay. I didn't even know this was here. Oh my god. Why would I even say that name that's in my second objective? Shao Shun? I know the H usually makes an S sound. Shao Shun. The only way I know any Japanese is because I've played Yakuza 0-1 Kiwami.
What was that?
Oh, we call that a voice. And I was apparently interrupting it.
I won't let you escape.
Swoosh. Swoosh.
You're very fast, but I'll catch you.
Yeah, you're fast, but I can sprint. Oh, I don't know where to go. Here we go. I'm gonna loot every single house on the way there.
They've all been butchered.
Well, I am going to do my... Oh, I already got it equipped. Never mind. Okay, cool. I was going to say, I'm going to get my shotgun equipped. Because if I think I know what I'm thinking, then I might be thinking about what I'm thinking about. That was confusing. I apologize.
I can still sense a presence.
I think I know who I'm going to be fighting or talking to. That's what I tried to say. Oh my god. I have to yawn and then I have the hiccups. I can't tell if I have to yawn or if I have the hiccups. Those are dead people. Well, at least the skull problem is gone. Shao-Shun, is that you?
Are you all right, Miss Shun?
My name is Xiao Shun. This is the proper way to address someone in my country.
I do apologize, Xiao Shun. Are you all right?
Yes, I am. This is the only place where I can find some kind of serenity. Some way to remember my dear Matthew.
I was right, it's Shao, because I know I don't it's not that I'm learning Japanese, but like I said, I've played 3 Yakuza games. I kinda know about pronunciation.
Tell me how your husband died, Xiao Shun.
Matthew died of the Spanish flu, like so many others. It's a mundane cause of death these days, but for me it meant the end of the world.
At this time, there is so little medical science can do to defeat this terrible epidemic. I'm truly sorry.
The worst thing is not his death, even if it tears me apart. The worst is not to have seen it coming, to have lost him so quickly, even before realizing it.
Did he hide his condition from you?
Matthew was a smiling type, a happy sort. Everything that I am not. Did he laugh at his death to come, or did he not realize what was going to happen? I'll never know.
The Spanish flu may be the worst disease mankind has ever faced. Why are you blaming yourself?
You don't understand. I didn't know he was so sick. I didn't realize the gravity of his situation until it was too late.
As harsh as this sounds, we are all equally vulnerable to this awful disease. It can take the strongest man in just a couple of days.
I never said goodbye to Matthew. We never realized how bad it was. We laughed about it even. He always made me laugh. Now I don't have enough tears to shed.
Have you no friends or family? Dude, come on.
Are you a doctor yourself? Is this why you feel so guilty for not saving your sick husband?
No, I am not. But I still need to blame someone for Matthew's death. And who else, if not his wife, who did not see it coming?
I'm a physician, one of the best in the country. But I was unable to save my own sister, Mary. She died in my arms.
Why tell me this? Is it supposed to make me feel better?
No. But I felt I should share it with you, since she is buried here too.
May I ask what caused the death of your sister?
You could say she was also killed by a terrible disease. A disease I have sworn to fight and cure, no matter how long it takes.
Thank you for sharing that with me, Dr. Reed. Maybe it's time we start to rebuild our lives, you and I.
Let's fuck in the bush. I'm kidding. I have a boss fight to get to. You should go home now.
You should go home now.
I think you're right. Cemeteries are for the dead, for they need silence too. Thank you for your honesty and your wisdom, Dr. Reed.
Thank you for your company, Xiao Shun. Take care on the way home.
Maybe I'll see you again in Whitechapel. Goodbye for now.
God, I'm so dude, Jonathan Reed is so fancy. I bet he gets boners when they go, bonjour. They just start talking French. He gets a boner. It's just just talking French. French bonar. The power of bonar. Yeah. I got the power of blood and the power of bonar. Oh, ooh, that's the priest.
You! What have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon! Hell scourge! Son of perdition!
Vicar! Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul. Returned from the dead. Like your Christ, Vicar.
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the star of our show.
I'm sorry. Let me explain.
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this nasty hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were. In front of me. On a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not suffice. I demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete, living forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel, pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
Yes, I'll go home and rest.
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular. That of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good.
Hold on, I was checking my phone. Okay, so, but how did she become a vampire, though? At the beginning of the game, if you've noticed when he bit her, he also touched her lips. There was red on her lips. You could see it in my first playthrough. Anyways. Oh, shit! Okay, never mind, we're back. I could bite the priest, but I'm not going to do that, because then I'm not going to get the not only once thing. Also, I apparently can't parry her, because if I do, I heal her.
Come to me, Jonathan.
No, I'm alright. Yeah, I looked at the guide for your boss fight. I already know what to do. Oh, I don't heal her, huh? I saw that you heal her if you... I'm gonna parry the shit out of my sister.
Abomination. Kiss me again, sweet brother.
You know what? I'm alright. You can have that. Owie, owie, owie. Sorry, what? I'm sorry. What? What happened? She just one-shot me. Alright, so I'm gonna grab some stuff. Let's see. This one? Is it passive though? There we go. Yeah, I'm back at the bed that's right by the cemetery. Because I died. I didn't heal anybody here. Right. Shit, I gotta deal with this and then get back there. Man. Alright, let's stop Mary.
Someone help me!
Abomination! Kinslayer! Come to me, Jonathan.
How about you come to me? I told you I was sorry. Wait a minute, I can impale her through the back. What am I doing?
You've spared the precious Nurse Crane, but not your own Mary. Give me your blood, priest. Their final thoughts are just to die for. Rest in peace, monster. Abomination. What have you done? You left me to rot in this grave!
And what, you're gonna vomit on me now? Sorry, that was a light comeback.
Assassin! Come to me, Jonathan. I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Shornham. Rest in peace, monster. What have you done? Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end. Forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
I will find a cure, Mary.
At last, I can forgive you.
There's the achievement. I paused for no reason.
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
Alright. Well, before I start actually curing people, I'm going to go ahead and end the episode. Bye, kiddos.